Objective control with the Ezreal, but when Hanwha Life press the R buttons, when they press go, even a Scion isn't going to be safe. Even a Scion can be burst down so quickly into this composition.
Surprise, he's been very consistent with this, but I think that Gen.G have a suspicion.
The flash comes in, Duro is in a bit of trouble. He is going to get away, but now the follow-up from Peanut is right there. And Duro, with the red buff ticking, they'll give this kill right over to Viper, and immediately Hanwha Life Esports are on the board.
Is punished heavily by Peanut. Now, they did have to commit summoners in order to get this done, but they got both of Duros as well as the kill.
And now we got Hex Flash maybe in the mid lane. Peanut setting up for this one. Chovy probably gonna have to flash, doesn't even do it! Accepts his fate, and Zeka picks up a kill. Both the carries already online for Hanwha Life. The screen was that Rel is on a 5-game winning streak, whereas Nico's on a 5-game losing streak. So in playoffs, that's kind of in the way it has been rolling for both of those supports. Doesn't necessarily mean that it'll continue, but either the streak continues or it gets broken right here for both of those support picks.
Second here, but if Gen.G gets set up with those strong level 6s that you mentioned, Chronicler, it's tough for Hanwha Life, but instead, looking for a bit of a wraparound here on the Vi, setting a trap for Peanut.
Yeah, I mean, they should know that he has started this one up, as now Chovy going to be spotted. They just go on a delight here as the follow-up just not there. And now in comes Hanwha Life Esports, just going to knock away the one guy, the support. And now the follow-up here on a Canyon, who is in a lot of trouble. Does get that shield up, though, and a bit of health on the follow-up. The damage not quite there, and finally they get it, but Zeka is going to immediately bite the dust. Viper also on the run as Chovy looking for more. Needs a Q, needs something, and they finally do get him down. Chovy collects the kill.
It's away at first, it looks a little bit rough here for Gen.G. Canyon's able to stall us. They're still going.
Yeah, we got a fight in here. It looks like Canyon wanted to fight for the Grubs, but he's by himself against 4 people. Says, I can take the 1v1, but not the 1v4. And eventually, we see that he gets one grub, but he loses his life. That's not worth it.
There's just no support for him here, even though Chovy had TP on the back, doesn't commit it.
If possible. And Keen is just running down here with his ult, so he can join the fight if necessary. As now, we do have the teleport coming out, and the Scion is going to be ulting in. They try to go in onto the front line here. A ton of damage into Canyon, and he will be going down, but it's in a trade for the support as Peanut super low himself. Keen frontlining for the team. As Zeus kind of just has to get out of here. Zeka just zoning the rise, but not good enough. And Zeus will have to flash away, looking for the double dragon. Is Gen.G. And can they actually lock it down? It's a massive shockwave comes in from Zeka. He only gets the one, though. And it is going to be the Dragon going the way of Gen.G for double Dragon. Ruler's getting really fed. He's 2-0-2. He's got double buff. And this Ezreal's going to hit his 2-item spike very early on. Right as I say that, maybe I cursed him, is now trying to go in and take down Viper. Trying to take the 1v2. Does get the kill. And now Zeus is like, well, I guess maybe I'll take him out eventually here, but still, the fact that he was able to get a kill in that circumstance is big.
Keen has gotten so much alone time with his turret. He's actually almost taken the whole thing out here, by the way. First brick on the line.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get it, and that means that they're one objective away from the feats of strength, as now he got an engage coming in, but that's on a Ruler. He's totally fine, and now they just turn on a Peanut. The damage is huge. They can't quite take him out, and finally they do. Canyon going to pick up that kill. And Gen.G immediately turned the fight around, and Keen is having a ball down here in bot lane.
He's just ulting Zeka. He's like, I took your turn, I'm going to take your health bar too.
I think he might have actually interrupted Zeka's ult, because Zeka's TP, or Zeka's teleport rather, is on cooldown.
Yeah.
I don't think he was able to join. Maybe that was why Hanwha Life played that aggressive, because they got the ult on Duro. Now Gen.G have tempo.
I think Zeka might not have even had ult, right? Because he ulted the wave to try to defend the turret moments before. Either way, going to be a big charge here.
Well, that's going to be a Canyon right in the middle of all of them. Doesn't seem to care, though, as everybody's here for Gen.G, and they want another turret. They will get it. Zeus does not join up for a fight. He's just going to take his time on this top turret, but maybe now another Drake.
They have to.
Gen.G,
the one that's there first. Chovy's able to get prio consistently.
Duro kind of an interesting spot here, but they don't want to go all in, just onto the support. This damage
TPs
done for this Dragon. The TPs are coming in. The Scion from the left side is Delight not really finding an engage angle. He's just rooted forever, and now Keen is in the front line, and Delight is just dead. He's just out of the fight, and now the front line is immediately burst down. Down goes Peanut, as a bunch of damage coming in from the side of Zeus, but he can't do it all by himself. Canyon gonna get the Drake. Only Duro goes down. Viper hits the ground as well. It's a triple kill for Chovy.
This is the fight Gen.G was looking for. They are able to eventually force Hanwha Life Esports to make a call, make a decision. Delight's trying to find the engage angle, but can't find anything, is rooted and blown up. Gen.G gets soul point, they get the team fight win, and they'll take an Otacon on top of all of it.
And Hanwha Life was aware, they are the ones that need to pull the trigger, right? Because you will actually get poked down into Nico, into Ezreal, particularly in Ezreal as fed as this. You can't afford to just sit around. Peanut went in too deep, the interrupt came through, and now Gen.G, a Gen.G in control, it doesn't allow you to really play the game.
I love how Gen.G are playing this.
All right, Peanut again, trying to make something happen. They turn on him, but it is a trade for Canyon at least, but still, this mid lane turret is going to go down. The damage is being done by Zeus into this Scion. He's got that Leandries, but it's just not enough, especially when Zeka's not here. There, this Ocean Soul theirs. Will they be able to do this? This looks like maybe the most straight-up fight we're going to have in this game.
The Ruler.
But it really comes down to Hanwha Life Esports. Ruler is doing a very nice job of poking down, but Keen has taken a decent chunk here from the Corki, who is online. Peanut goes in, but again, that's onto the Scion. They're trying to chip him away. They're not quite able to do it just yet, as this one is going to be engaged right onto the front line. Duro is going to flash away. The Scion is taking everything up. Duro is down, and the Redemption is used. The ult finally gets Canyon away, but Chovy accesses the backline. Peanut steals away the Drake, and Chovy is unaccounted for. The Shockwave, though, is pretty gigantic, but look at Ruler on the left side. Nobody looks at him. The fight is heavily won by Gen.G.
You finally got the Scion down so low. You're finally able to take out Chovy.
Goes in aggressively, gets the kill, then Zhonya's, and then here, flashes forward. And yes, that is into a Shockwave, and then Ruler sees a bunch of tasty treats prepared for him by his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just the flanking rise is the scariest on Vision, as you mentioned.
And you still have the safe Ezreal that you have to deal with on the other side.
We're also, look, it's 44-6 Petals.
That might be the biggest lead we've had.
I'm pretty sure, obviously, they got Otacon, but that is kind of insane. Or tanky, and with an arm guard.
Yeah, and you see how Gen.G is really able to tear open the map. As Canyon said, he's going to rip open the rift. They're kind of doing it here. They got the TP in the top lane from Zeus, who, by the way, still level 15.
Hanwha Life hoping for another fight on Dragon, but man, Gen.G are not giving up any control. No vision here for Hanwha on the map.
Well, Peanut's going to find some. He's not going to like what he sees as he runs straight into Gen.G. And the amount of lockdown that they have with the Nico, the Vi, the Rise, it's just not able to get away.
And it's been kind of the inverse. Peanut had an incredible start to this game, but I think as often is the case with Poppy, if you ever do lose control and you're playing Poppy from behind, it's not very fun.
Just gonna Scion ult straight into the front, and everybody gets delivered to the back line with the Realm Warp. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Over the wall they go. Zeus goes down, and Gen.G are just rolling Hanwha Life Esports now. It is an ace, and they might just end the game right here, 30 minutes in.
This is such a big shift of momentum here for Gen.G already in this first game. Bit of a rougher early game, but they turned it around so hard and crushed Hanwha Life Esports with a 10,000 gold lead here at 30 minutes.
Ends up being not a very close game if you look at 15 minutes onwards or so, as Gen.G run it from there on, and they take down game number 1 here at the 2025 Uribank LCK Grand Finals.
One game on red side here. In game 2, opt to wait and see what the full composition is before locking in that Kai'Sa. And in game 1, overall, I think the three of us liked Hanwha Life's draft. It had a clear identity.
So almost gets double scuttled here, Canyon.
We're going to maybe turn this one around as the max range. When becomes lightning, he's going on in, but they're not fully committing to this. And now the slow is there on a Canyon. Make that a pillar follow-up as the flash away, but still they flash jump on in. The exhaust going to help out big time. And now Peanut's taking so much damage in this front line, but so is Keen. But at the end of the day, Canyon going to turn this one around as his flashes in, tries to take it 1v2, but instead gets sat down by Canyon.
Maybe more, looking for more.
Yeah, Delay really trying to exert a lot of pressure down there and push them away. Zeus does not have his flash. Now the needles are coming in. Keen taking an aggressive trade as he is getting low, but not low enough as Canyon gets in, picks up a third kill. As Hanwha Life get the Drake, but now you've got a 3-0 Xin Zhao.
Leading people, as we're going to see a potential all-in here, but once Duro shows up, Viper thinks better of it.
That is good CC.
Yeah, it is, but now he got some needles coming on in. Keen taking an aggressive trade once again. The overheat comes out as Exhaust utilized. Keen, he wants the kill, and he wants it now. He will pick it up, but he does go down in the trade. Has to utilize Exhaust as well for that one, so I suppose Zayas will be happy with the way that one went. As, by the way, as that was all happening, all the grubs go over to Peanut and Hanwha Life Esports.
Wait, because Viper has Kraken Slayer,
Uh-oh.
and Ruler has a cause. Oh, Canyon.
Well, we got full summoners here for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. We'll see if Viper can get away. He's not going to flash the knock-up, uses the barrier, and at the end of the day, he just goes down, and now the Talia's in. That's 2 kills now for Gen.G.
They have to get something cross-map here. They have to, or they're in big trouble.
They might just be able to. Exhaust is still on cooldown, and 3v1, they will be able to at least take down Keen, but that is 2 kills.
Round to get into the bottom there. I think Hanwha Life just did not account for it, then rushed to make the play topside. They will be able to get this turret as well, so that's a lot of gold injected here into Hanwha Life.
I do actually think that this play isn't all that bad for Hanwha.
This fight, or do we simply give it up and try to get something elsewhere, because this fight could blow up in the game.
Trying to go on a Ruler here that's already a ton of damage as in goes the Leona, but Duro is there for the peel, takes a bunch himself, but the follow-up from Chovy gets there on time. The equalizer only hitting Canyon as eventually Ruler doesn't have any way to get out, and they do collapse onto him. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Fight here for the Herald. Zayas does not have his ultimate back online just yet, though.
It was Zayas' ultimate, though, that killed Ruler there, because he couldn't actually walk it off the way that he wanted to.
They're committing to a fight on the bottom side here with the Exhaust. They want to take down Zeka, but he's a Kali. This is very difficult to lock down. Toby doesn't have his ult. And meanwhile, Hanwha Life Esports were just getting the Rift Herald, so that's going to feel very good once again to get another TP out of Gen.G.
Canyon wants to try to stop his back here.
He'll be able to.
Might be able to just take him down at this point. No ult available for Zeka. We got Redemptions coming in as Canyon says, I want this kill. And I want it now, but the flash is going to come out as there's the W. Follow-up kill from Ruler from downtown in the jungle. Going to take him out.
And thank you for the delivery, says Ruler. I'll be taking that kill as the Kaisa now 3-1. If they can get access to a Cloud Soul. Gen.G, though, it's only the second dragon, so they're going to get this one up.
Yeah, just one Cloud Drake for now is what they're going to say. It didn't look like Gen.G were really in a position to reset and get there on time anyway, so just kind of had to give it away. Hanwha Life Esports will very much enjoy that objective. Viper in the mid lane, he's down 1,000 gold, but still his presence is felt, and they haven't even used the Rift Herald yet, so they want to chip away at this mid lane turret, take it down. We got a wall coming in, but the charge is still going to come down, as it does not block the Rift Heralds, unfortunately for Chovy.
He can take a free back right now, and that threat on the Otacon is still there. I mean, they do a lot of damage. Gen.G have to respond. There's the TP from Zayas. Keen will likely have to match here.
Yeah, Keen will definitely have to match. You can see that Duro's going in, but he's going to be locked down. He kind of gets denied his way out. Still has the quickness, but zoned away very low on HP now. As you see the flank coming in, has to flash the seismic shove already. And now the engage is going to be forced here by Delight. It's in onto Canyon and onto Ruler in that backline, but they have so much damage onto that Leona. They can't take out Ruler as look at Zeka goes so deep and eventually just goes down and Ruler survives this entire fight. Viper doing an excellent job of kiting it out, but he's the only one alive. And Chovy goes in and shuts him down. Takes the kill, and Gen.G take a gigantic fight.
Chovy will take no chances, even though it's just Viper. He's bloodthirsty for the kill, not allowing Viper to try and get something around this Otacon.
And everyone else has already just disappeared.
And again, it's the combination of that reap. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, we got another fight here. Looks like Hanwha Life Esports kind of half-heartedly just kind of running in there as Duro's going to get away. It's a big equalizer, though. They take out Keen. The follow-up is there for HLE. They want to get Duro, but it's not enough. Finally, they do get him on the backside there, but in goes Ruler with the assassination. But this time, Viper has tons of room. Gets the shutdown on the Xin Zhao. And Chovy here on the run, trying to take the disengage cone, but the follow-up from the Yunara is just too big. It's 2 shutdowns for Viper's Yunara.
A good counter punch, though. We haven't talked about yet, but I do actually think is now worth to mention. As Ruler, he's Peanut's there.
It's the Ruler spot. He's by himself in the Ruler spot. Who could have predicted this? He just goes down essentially for free. It can't be Ruler being caught out. You know, Hanwha Life, if they play this guerrilla warfare and they get these picks, it's always going to favor them with the Akali, with the Yunara, with space, but
Guerrilla warfare, Valdez, that has been so successful for them in this mid and now nearly late game.
You see a fight brewing here. Delight kind of by himself. You see Viper not really able to help him out. That's the flash on in. Will they overcommit is really the only question I have, as this is just a Leona, but they are going so deep to try to kill Delight, and yes, they will. But Ruler by himself behind the play as they look to collapse. Ingo saves over the wall, tons of damage, but they turn onto him. Immediate double kill comes in for Keen, and now it's 5v3. Yes, some low health bars here for Gen.G.
They're trying to force Gen.G to rotate over. There's
Gen.G know about it, yeah.
They have to peel off. The Peanut is just too low, so Gen.G will get the Dragon.
Grand entrance.
Guys, are we
looks pretty good, as we got maybe a flank coming in here. Yeah, the Akali's got an angle. Zeka looking for it. They want to turn onto him. And so Zeka's angle going to be denied. And now the follow-up comes in, and Zeka's just by himself. He gets taken out essentially for free in the flank. It immediately backfires.
Duro's the flash and ult there to help secure the kill before Zeka can get out there. And that's a huge pick for Gen.G, and they'll finally take out this mid turret.
Rula turns around and says, I am the danger, as Zeka is trying to find the flank, gets spotted. Gen.G read the play, and now they start up Nash.
Okay, this is still not a free Nash by any means. Viper doesn't have that flashback, but he is ready to fight.
It's going to be up to Peanut, but they immediately turn onto him as they burst him down. The burst out of this comp is just insane from Gen.G, and with no jungler, that just means Gen.G get a free objective, and this game was so close, but immediately it's ripped open again by Gen.G.
Just insane. There's so many things that come together there. There's whoever used the Scryer to spot, then there is Canyon with the immediate turn, then there's Ruler already pumping damage numbers. It really is the entirety of Gen.G, and then in the fight afterwards, Keen leads with the exhaust.
That bought them enough space. They get their back. Zonya's done for Keen now. It's a huge spike for him. GA's up for Canyon. They want this soul. All they have to do is stop Viper in one fight. Viper got his IE for this one. This is likely the fight to decide the game.
Yeah, it might just be all up to Viper, as the guerrilla tactics not necessarily working out as frontlining now. The light goes in, but look at the damage on the Peanut, as that's a big stun. Gets Ruler down, and now Viper's got it. The spike comes in as Peanut lives and takes down the Dragon, denies the soul once again. Trophy's gonna go down, and the Zunara unchecked in the fight means that HLE will win it big time.
They might be able to land.
We'll
The
see if
death time
they
is on like
can.
50 seconds.
Keen, though, he's gonna stop the mid wave at least. They're trying to go for bot wave.
Turret here, the inner turret's still up. Peanut's gonna tank it to try to rush this down. I think Gen.G will have a defense.
Baronmuff minions
It's
too.
close.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's 15 seconds, 10 seconds on Ruler. I don't think they can end. They can definitely get an in though, and the gold lead is gone. Ruler, I must not have had flash there. He got caught. He literally tanked a full equalizer. Are we still going?
Let's get the double dash out of there. But that's going to be down a flash, but that's just on the Trundle as another pick on a Peanut. He's taking a bunch of damage. And they're looking for the Solar Flare. That's not even going to hit Chovy. He holds on to his summoners.
So worried about this Keen flank as well, the sandwich. Hanwha Life have to make a choice. Collapse onto Keen or fight for the Dragon.
Oh, look at the damage here onto this one. The wall's coming down, but it gets fighted by Peanut as Canyon goes into his GA. The equalizer is big. Ruler trying to frontline, but Canyon going to be the first casualty, but Ruler untouched as his Viper. It's so much on a thin edge here. Ruler going in with the ultimate. Wants to execute Viper to get his GA. And Ruler survives at the end of the fight. He will not be denied this fight. Gen.G take it down with a Ruler triple kill.
He doesn't need a GA. Only his flash and ult necessary to get Gen.G to teamfight win.
Look at his face.
The reaction on the player cam is priceless as well, because he knows the risk paid off, and he was able to carry his team to this final team fight victory. It took 30 in the first, but in the second it'll be a nearly 40-minute game that Gen.G wrestle away from Hanwha Life Esports to go up match point, one game away from getting revenge from the summer finals from last year. I don't love it that much here, though.
It's Zig's solo damage. I don't know if it's enough.
No, guys, we're not falling for it. I fought this in game one. I'm like, oh, I don't know if they have enough. They'll have enough damage. It's Gen.G.
Speed of getting those stacks is actually insane. One of the most consistent smolders in the LCK is,
knocking the prominent turret range. Delight, he's like, oh no, not the mines. As first blood goes over to Ruler already.
Yeah, I had no idea. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that. That is a really big unforced error in the roll 2v2. Just Duro and Ruler giving over an early kill. So look at this. You think he goes to this without smite?
Anyways, back to the
I
gameplay.
think you are forced to have smite nowadays
Peanut?
anyway, so.
Peanut has his ult
That's
here.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of a skirmish. It's a 3-on-3 for now, but the Galio comes in a bit sooner.
Bomb.
As, okay, Mom does come down the turn immediately on a Viper, but he just flaps away as the follow-up Galio ult stolen by Zeka, who is in the thick of it behind enemy lines. And Tovy's actually the one that's in the most danger as the kick is gigantic. But nobody has gone down yet. Finally, Duro bites the dust. As the damage comes in, they take out the Smolder. But now the Silas just loves these scrappy fights as the light will not go down the flash through, and finally Ruler gets him. But it's still a win in the fight going to HLE.
That is Challengers, baby! Let's go!
Galio, and get into the back line, tries to focus down Duro, but he buys so much space for Viper.
Flash.
And the light's looking for it.
Flash on in, and Viper is, the stun comes down, and I think Chovy will be okay. Gets the level up, but eventually you just auto-attack him to death. Not seeing the Braum TP for some reason. Just like some crystals and a Dark Seal, and yet he was never in any danger of dying. They just don't have enough consistent damage to ever take him down. As now, maybe they have enough as the kick is good onto 2. They're trying to burst down Peanut, and they will be able to do so. That's a shutdown here for the Ziggs. We got TP coming in as King Sante maybe a bit in trouble, but he's just going in. As now this TP, they're trying to actually punish him for it.
He's in trouble.
As Keen is still going in, still eventually will be taken out by the Smolder. As in goes Zeus 1v3, just trying to taxi his way out. The big bomb and Delight is going to block the damage.
Viper is fine, as this time Ruler can't get in position to flash. Drake will go over, and because Chovy got a giant shove in, you don't lie to me just because I lost.
Yeah,
don't
definitely.
do that. No.
Anything you say goes today.
Sure, Chronicler, yeah. But anything goes, yeah.
This is the worst. Ruler!
Ruler in the Ruler spot. He has a TP, or a turret rather, but it doesn't matter. He's just going to die.
Even if there's a turret there, it's still the Ruler spot.
That's supposed to be.
But he's dead.
He was dead a second time, yeah.
Yeah, and
TP's available though.
Maybe he goes in and tries to seal the kick away, and eventually doesn't get onto the eye. So it's just an easy one for Peanut. And, Cannon doesn't really use anything to get that done as he is Lee Sin.
And he's just continuing to stack. They keep trying to kill this Ambessa. It's not working.
Yeah, the Sonic Wave not going to land, but the Lee Sin does get in. As do they have enough damage to take out Zeus? Double TP coming down from HLE. Keen just flashing away as Keen and Canyon realizing they're in a lot of trouble trying to get out here with this Cassante. As Zeka with the chains gets under the turret, but they don't have the damage to take out Keen. As the ult, still not enough. Another redemption, gonna get Keen down. The turret, a 6 bomb, and Cassante is just so dumb. He's still alive. How is he? Okay, finally the Flash 2 comes in, and Viper takes him out. As Duro makes his way up, but look at the health bars now. And now really the Ziggs is unkillable. Nobody can get onto him as Peanut is desperate to do so. As Duro trying to frontline him, maybe they just have enough people to push him away from the fight. As the damage is there, the damage is done. The Rift Herald also throw down in the top lane.
I guess with the Keen Sante that's so unkillable, maybe the real AD carry all along was the top turret trying his best to get the damage done. Ruler tries to show up and make an impact there in the end, but it's too little, too late, and despite Keen's best efforts, Gen.G, one last fight, one last opportunity on this Dragon.
I mean, Canyon's right here looking for the steal, but Peanut has been so good on his smites. Let's see what it comes down to. Just gonna be kind of a flip as Ingo's the Lee Sin down to 35, and it goes to Peanut anyway. As he's been so good on the smites. And the follow-up here, the bomb is big, but these guys live basically forever. And accessing the back line, Ruler in a lot of trouble. They're trying to peel for him. But now your front line is just gone as well. Ruler, no escape for him. Does go down even after the satchel used defensively. As this one threat comp not necessarily working out for them. Duro in a lot of trouble here as well. They give that kill over to Viper, and HLE are running away with the game.
5,200 damage in the fight. He doesn't even have 225. He's got a lot of kills. He's sitting on rapid fire cannon, but there's just too much front line. The one threat for Gen.G threshold as he TPs in 225 on the dot.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it, and Gen.G, they say, well, might as well throw in a risk. A big one, that is, as Zeus doing a bunch of poke damage, funnily enough, on this Ambessa. And so is Viper. The Redemption can only do so much. They're trying to get that engaged, and the access to the backline is there once again. Zeus gets it. Canyon just trying to zone them away. second. It was so desperate from Gen.G. Eventually, Ruler will just be run down here as the one threat is gone. And Keen Sante maybe takes out Zeus, but it's not looking good in that aspect either. Finally does, but he's the only one to get a kill. As Viper has so much room, and Chovy runs tail between his legs, and Hanwha Life should be able to pick up this objective.
It's only 21 minutes into the game. Baron hasn't spawned yet, but it's nearly the full wipe here for Gen.G. Hanwha Life will be able to take the Otacon that Gen.G so desperately tried to take moments before and further their lead. And I think this looks to be the most one-sided game in this series thus far. And even that counter pick for Viper Xayah in the Ziggs is now no longer an option here. I think this draft for Gen.G was a big gamble, and let's face it, it simply did not pay off.
The clear waves. They're going to contest. Anyway, by the way, 2-item spike have been hit for Ruler.
Oh, the ult on in. Zeus wants the 1v1 as taunt comes down, and Zeus sits him down once again and picks up the solo kill. You are not fighting over this dragon now.
I mean,
You weren't fighting over it before.
He could TP down as well. It's going to force a TP out of Keen to the top side. There's just no way, no chance to contest this dragon anymore. And this draft really didn't give Gen.G a whole lot of win cons.
So many mistakes. Yeah. Wow.
Lock it in.
Well, there's no vision here on this Baron, and somebody's got to check. Eventually, we see the Alistar ult is stolen, and they just turn onto the jungler, and Canyon is down. And just like that, they don't even need the Baron. Just get the kills and push on in. And now, with those 2 kills, they will be able to take down this Baron easily enough. And they play it excellently. They don't make any mistakes.
And we had such a good plan. And they fail at step 1. Obviously, Hanwha Life also very aware of this fact. So really clean setup here. They have full vision control. They don't need to flip the objective whatsoever. And they don't. Keep control of where Canyon is. Target him down. And this series will continue, gentlemen.
It definitely will. The game is certainly over from here as Ruler, no escape for you, as Peanut's got his eye on you, as the flash comes out, and you are taken down. Ruler, no hope for him. No more wave clear left here on the side of Gen.G. No more hopes, as Hanwha Life Esports will be forcing a game number 4 in these grand finals.
Hanwha Life putting Viper on the Smolder. An expensive pick for them too, one they have really mastered, but it is well worth it in this one.
Yeah, at least you take it away from Chovy, I suppose, as you got Zeka in the pool, but you know who's not in the pool? It's Viper, as yep, he's just gonna be burning everybody down. He says, hold on a minute, let me get these kills, as the little Elder Drake that could. As they take down the Nexus turrets, they will take down the Nexus, and we have finally got a series on our hands here.
Life, an objective or 2, just a single dragon might allow this victor to scale later on, but otherwise there's side lane pressure here on Gen.G. They have the Pantheon to protect it, the Cassiopeia, which does so much damage in the mid game and even later on in the lane.
That's what happens when you keep them on your toes, you never know. Lands the hook, it doesn't matter. We do have a bit of a dive here, setting up in the top lane, as let's see if Keen can survive with a flash stun into the wall, and that's enough damage for Viper as he picks it up, has to flash away, but his first blood onto Hanwha Life Esports is 80 carry.
And this is the power of the Lucian and why...
Zeka no flash.
Oh, Zeka in trouble.
Yeah, this was very confusing, trying to go for that control ward. He is going to have the flash come out here from Canyon, but it might be enough as he's going to taxi out of the Raptors, and Victor with no flash, trying to kill a control ward, just gets punished here, and it's kill over to Chovy as well.
Canyon doesn't even get the assist. Yeah. Canyon did actually pick it up off his ground, but obviously top side is very mobile.
Jay's going in trying to beat this one, and he will be successful. Now, can they get the kill onto Keen is the question, and with Peanut here at level 5, I think you've got enough damage, but the sustain here for Keen is pretty large, and Zeus is being chunked out, has to run away. It's just going to be Keen versus Peanut. And this is a very long lane down on the bottom side, but eventually going through the wall, and the follow-up comes in from Zeus to clap him down and get the kill. With the Maiden being annoying, but it's still an eventual kill to HLE.
The brittle proc as the last hit.
It's a big deal that Zeus flashes though. If he doesn't and Keen gets a moment to maybe get another Q off, that could have been the difference maker. That's going to be Grubs traded for Dragon, it looks like.
Yeah, you're definitely feeling very good, especially with the wave pushing into you and bottom side. There was a big wave that just went into Zeus, so you're you're getting even more gold effectiveness across the map, essentially. And as you mentioned, yeah, they're just kind of roaming as a death squad.
I'm kind of wondering if they swept that brush or like Scryer orbed it, because they really don't seem to be aware of the ward. They keep trying to go for these bait setups.
I mean, Duro's just going to flash away from the damage, just to make sure as the burst comes in. There's the hook on a Peanut. Do they have the damage, though? Yes, they absolutely do. As Zeus on the flank gets the double knockup. As the burst comes in, the Arcane Storm is out.
Chovy?
As now Chovy, he wants more. He is desperate for something more, but not going to keep them around for long enough. In goes Canyon, but he's taking a bunch of damage. Flashes on in onto Zeka. Down goes Zeus as well. Just chunks the two of them down. As Viper finally going to get the one. Delight also picks up yet another kill. As now looking for Chovy. He's going to get in close and does get the hook down. And they're getting so much more over the back of this fight for HLE. Works. As Heartsteel finished for Peanut, they're going to look at this Rift Herald, and they're bursting it down quite fast with the Lucian. In comes Canyon. And he's certainly curious about this, but yeah, they just can't even get close to it. And Delight actually going to pick up the eye.
Can rotate so quickly from lane to lane.
Oh, Ruler. Oh, he doesn't want to use that ult, but he will be forced to at the end of the day. And he could have avoided a decent amount of that damage if he just used it early.
The Light's looking.
The Light's looking for it. The ult comes in and Ruler's just free. Stay together and keep the Cassio and Xayah together. It's not going to be easy for Pipe to get these big hooks. And speaking of which, they're going to get the flash immediately out of Viper. And the cleanse. The culling on top of it all, and Peanut's just trying to get in. He's going to steal it away, and he's Scarter. He just laughs his way to the bank and goes all the way away. As yes, they are going to get this hook here on Zeus, but it's just the one kill here for Gen.G as they lose the Drake in the trade. They got to know this how to kind of started.
And with that cooldown gone, I think that's just it. Viper doesn't have flash. They cannot continue any further here to try to take this objective away from Gen.G. So Gen.G will take it. 11-9 Petals will explode into a larger experience lead here, plus the adaptive force that'll come with it. 22-9 now.
Maker, and as I say that,
very close, going to dodge everything. Actually, the laser on top of it is now we got a TP. Zeus very far behind enemy lines. They want to turn onto him as the flash, and the hook is going to miss. As Zeus has to flash out of that one, the re-engage comes out from the horn, and the impale over the wall. Canyon straight into the wall himself, but he will not die. Peanut wants the kill, but he's flashing it at 4 people. And this Peanut, not the time or the place, but they actually do get the kill.
What?
Funnily enough, I don't even know how he died.
How can you die?
This Baron, or rather this Dragon.
Turret's going to go down, it looks like, as well.
Yep.
Peanut's there.
Turret's going to go down. Might just come down to a flip, and it goes over to the Xayah of all people. 3-man knockup comes in from the Yorn, and that's Yorick down. Keen just out of the play, and HLE say, well, we got the pick.
Yorick, they will grab that turret as well.
Look at how deep Chovy is pushing. I think he has to be really worried. Ornn's there.
You've cooked some great stuff before, but I'm not sure this is it. As you've got a Skarner, you've got a Pike, everything is missing for some reason, as a big ult does hit too. But eventually, you're just going to have too much damage on top of you, as they're going to give the kill over to Zeka as well. And he is nearly 1,000 gold ahead now.
There are a few question mark pings on the Baron, but no one's on it. Obviously, Gen.G can't.
Feeling really bad at Gen.G if you do lose it, but now they're just going to send it into the Baron. And the second the Dragon spawns, we'll see if this works out for them, as they're kind of lined up in the bowling alley, as 2 of them get knocked up by the Ornn. They pull off of the Baron, and now Keen is zoned away from the rest of the team. HLE staying together as a 5-man unit. As we do see a bit of a
behind them
coming in from Chovy, but that's a Cassiopeia flank. Not the most dangerous thing I've ever seen, but now trying to get the engage going onto this front line. Zeus is going to be burnt down. There's nobody's there. They were staying together, and then they split up as they were following Keen. Hook goes down onto Keen. And now Peanut's in a really rough spot. He's going to be taken down, and the amount of damage Gen.G is being they're just not paying attention to it at all.
It's 1 by 1, as we said earlier. The hook from Duro is the difference again, as Chovy finds the flank, sets up the miasma, and they have enough damage. That's going to be Nash.
Hanwha Life just have to take this concession of getting Soul Point in exchange. There's no way they can fight this anymore. They don't have a jungler. And the chase, the over-chase onto Keen there is part of the undoing, but it's really the Duro grab. Keen's going to take out this inner turret. The game is suddenly turned on its head in just a matter of seconds.
Getting picked off 1 by 1.
Zeus running straight into them. Nice culling to do some damage, and that's a hook on a Canyon, but that is the Pantheon, and Zeus who has to flash away, but Canyon goes down at the end of the day. This Pike is about to get some big value. Looking for Duro. That's a second one on the board. Delight He is here to party. He says, this game is mine, and I want to carry it. Zeus going in. Maybe trying to take that away from Delight. Gotta be careful.
And that gets Prio, and this is going to force a response.
Yeah, Hanwha's on
By
a
the way,
timer.
they
They have
can't
to be quick.
respond.
They have to be quick.
Okay, that's a lot of damage into Ruler, but the culling goes into Duro. That's not the target you were looking for.
King's gonna keep going. He's not gonna stop.
Hanwha need to be fast on how they win this fight.
Yeah, it should just be Inhibitor, you would imagine. Down it goes as we'll see what happens with the TPs, but now we're just gonna have a 4v4 team fight at this point, and it comes down to the Zaya as Ruler steals it away. TP coming in. They have to, they stop the channel with the ult from the Victor, and this is right before the Baron. As he's trying to turn this one around on Azeka. I don't think so, but he flashes for that one.
Life, they have the Impale. Duro just fishing for a hook. He wants to get one of these carries. He so desperately needs to.
He really does, but I don't know if he's going to have an option. The culling is just used to zone. Delight's in stealth as well. Duro looking for some kind of hook. They want to access that backline, but the peel is insane. Canyon getting on in, goes into his G, and then bull hook Zeka though, as maybe that's enough. Might try to come down to a flame, and it goes on again! But Ruler will not be denied these objectives. And he's full health.
He just keeps getting them.
Baron might be with the top lane push, with the death timers, could be the difference maker. Gen.G somehow pull out the win out of the 4v5.
Yeah, I mean, Ruler is just pulling these objectives out of thin air. And Ruler, level 18, is going to be ripping this turret off the map. That top inhibitor is already down here. I don't think they'll be able to push for the mid one right now, but they can take out all of those inner turrets. It's a big injection of gold. Less important right now at nearly 40 minutes in.
Keen cannot be dying at the start of that fight, especially with flash up.
That's just not allowed, but he's just caught off guard.
Gen.G weren't able to end the game off of this. Top lane inhib is still down, right? Will be coming up soon as Keen takes a ton of damage.
There's a lot of poke going back and forth, but now we finally get an Impale engage, but Canyon is Pantheon, lives for so long, and the damage from the Zaya and the Casio is way too much for the Ornn to deal with.
They gotta get out of it!
Let's follow up from Toby, gigantic goes Golden, and the hook comes through, and that should be it. Gen.G with one fell swoop might have just won this game.
10,000 damage for Ruler! 10,600! He had the smite button in this game, and his damage is off the charts. Who says the Victor scales? This Zaya is the biggest on the rift.
Feel like the Blitzcrank is scaling better than the Victor in this one. As Viper, he's desperate, he's trying to clear the waves, but he's not gonna have it. Gen.G get the revenge for last summer, and they are your 2025 LCK Finals champion.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.